Hi, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Monday, September 16th. I can hardly believe that we are in the middle of September already. It feels like it was just June. And the summer has flown by here in Maine where I am. It's short lived, although we've had some pretty warm days already in September. But at any rate, this morning when I was walking, I was listening to somebody I like called Blossom Goodchild. She had a message. She channels different entities, and it was pretty interesting. And I was reminded of a mantra that I used to say quite a bit called I am the truth, I am the light, I am the love, I am. And I've kind of forgotten about it or just been busy or other things have come up, other mantras, there's so much that you run into when you're doing this kind of work from other people that you really like and admire. And it's really, I couldn't incorporate everything, or I would be doing literally 8 hours a day of whatever it is that I've learned about crystals, meditation, mantras, saging, cleansing. I mean, all of the things that go. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But I also believe that things come into our lives at the times that we need them. So obviously, I needed to be reminded of that. I've been a little, you know, uh, disheartened regarding how slow I'm getting going with my business. And I'm really trying not to let it get to me and trying to rely on that my guides know what's best and that divine timing is always right and perfect. And but I'm human, so I want things when I want them. Let's just say. Well, anyway, I hope you're all doing fantastically. I had a great weekend. On Friday, I had a friend come down. We've known each other, believe it or not, for 40 years. She lives in North Carolina, but she comes up and spends the summers in Maine. However, it's about an hour and 15 or an hour and 20 minutes away. So with all the things that I do and all the things that she does and all, we've only seen each other once before Friday. So she goes back to North Carolina in a few weeks, and so she came down to see me, and it was a fantastic visit. And she brought me, I did show it on one of my other videos, but she brought me some gifts. One of them was this crystal, and this one over here as well, and a few other lovely things. And then on Saturday, I spent the afternoon with another friend of mine that I've known for about, let me see, 25 years. And she lives 15 minutes away, and I haven't seen her since last November or December when we did some craft fairs together and things like that. And I'm just, it was a great day. We had a lovely time. We went shopping, we went to lunch, and a few of the things I got, you can see these flower pages here. We went to a cute little store. I think these may be from a book of flowers, but I just love them. And I said, oh, I'm going to use those when as a backing for my reading next time. I also got this lovely lion. As some of you know, my rising sign is Leo. My husband is a Leo, and so I'm usually drawn to lions. So I really like that. And a few other things too that I can't think of right now. Anyway, I had a really great time, and I just kept saying to myself both of those days, oh, why don't I have enough time to do this more often? And I guess it's a choice. Like, how much time do I spend doing this? How much time do I spend marketing, trying to get readings, hypnosis sessions, healing sessions, plus my other job that I do outside the home, plus our other business for carpentry, plus taking care of my home and all of that? How do we all do it? How do we all fit in the things that we absolutely love and are passionate about while we're doing the things that we have to do for our day-to-day earth lives? It can get, overwhelming, as I said. So I sat down this morning and I actually did some drumming. I think I showed this drum when my husband and I went to the Stonehenge of New Hampshire, America's Stonehenge. It's not exactly Stonehenge, but it's a rock formation. I got this drum. So this morning I sat down after I walked and had listened to the Blossom Goodchild thing. I sat down with my drum. I sat down with my singing bowl, which I am not an expert at. Takes me 3 or 4 times before I can get it going. And so I don't want to try to do it for you. And I also, loud sound coming up, sat down with my little chime, and I just sort of concentrated, lightly meditated. I obviously, when I'm drumming, I'm in my physical body, and was asking, what would you like me to read about? What would you like me to read on? And then I was just directed to grab a deck and shuffle it, and they would give me a subject. I have to be really trusting when I do that, right? So the first deck I chose was Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And the first card that came out, All That Glitters. Number 16, which is a 7, which is reflection, right? 7s are reflecting on things that you've done. So, I don't know what the title of this is going to be. You guys know, because obviously I don't know as I'm doing the video. All That Glitters. A need to see beyond the superficial. The desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature. Trying to be something you're not. Chasing after every sparkly new thing. Being mercurial. I'm mercurial. What does that mean? Something to do with Mercury? What is Mercury? Communication? So as I read that, I'm like, well, what is the message they're trying to get across? That what I was just speaking about, that we don't have to chase after every new thing, every new mantra, every new, if we know what works for us, then it's perfectly fine to do that. We don't have to look at something and say, oh my gosh, well, I'm not doing that habit, I'm not doing that routine, I need to put that in there, and it gets overwhelming, as I said. So, but we need to see beyond the superficial of things, right? We just need to be able to discern what is right for us, okay? It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. True. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. That was me. My whole family loved LL Bean and all these things as I was growing up. I'm like, no, I don't want to wear anything from there. I was definitely a rebel when it came to that. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? Yeah, I love that. So it's also talking about, shallowness, of seeing somebody who's adorned with jewelry and thinking, wow, they have it all. But they really could be miserable, right? So that is an important message. What do we give out? What are we showing other people, right? Do we care so much that we want people to be attracted to what we have that we're losing sight of who we are at the soul level, right? Wow, Spirit, thank you. The next card that came out, New Life. This is number 39. 39. 12, which is a 3. Creation, collaboration, right? Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. So in the context of, the All That Glitters card, I'm thinking a breath of fresh air could be stop trying to force or push for something to happen, right? Just let it flow, right? The new idea could be, I don't need to worry about how soon something is coming to me. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about us, as a collective, right? The new life will come as our guides and spirits and ancestors see that it's time, right? And so we just need to be patient. And as a human being, that is the hardest thing. I mean, the waiting is the hardest part. Remember, I had done a video about that a while back. And then from the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen Farmer came out Spring Equinox. This came out recently as well. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And I was like, what on earth could this have to do with that message, right? But you thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother, right? And it does go along with it, because it's like a breath of fresh air, feeling like it's spring, or saying spring will come. I will get there. We will get there to this birthing, rebirthing. Everything is a cycle. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in that passage just before delivery. Yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. So this card is not talking about literally spring. It's talking about cycles, and how, yes, waiting for spring, or remember, it's an analogy, right? Waiting for spring or the next cycle can be difficult or feel dark, but it is coming. It is coming, right? And then I use the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. She has some of my favorite decks. This is also by the Wisdom of the Oracle is her deck as well. I pulled a card I've never pulled since I had the deck, Wizard of Awareness. Look at that. Beautiful. This is a 3, right? And also the New Life card pared down to a 3. Wizard of Awareness. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Oh my goodness. Guys, I love this, right? Wizard of Awareness. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you also. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. And this goes along with the All That Glitters card, right? Be that wizard of awareness, right? Be aware of what you're seeing, of what you're attracted to, of what you're taking on, right? And don't be sidetracked by every little thing that you think you should be doing. Thank you so much, Spirit. Oh my gosh, this is just, it just feels like when I came into this, I had no idea what the message was going to be or what they were going to have me read on. And I just think that this is a wonderful subject, you know, because we all get caught up in things that we should do. Should is a dirty word. Should just makes us feel guilty, makes us feel less than. Just, you know, we need to trust in our guides. Trust that that spring rebirth will come. We also need to know that we can rebirth ourselves and have a new life anytime we want. Right? That is true. We just have to change our way of thinking. If we want something new, change our routines, change our thinking, change our mindset, and also be comforted by the fact that divine timing is the best, right? We can have a rebirth, a renewal, a new life anytime. And we just need to trust. We just need to trust. If there is something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been feeling that you want to do, you can have a rebirth at any time. Just trust. And don't be taken in by all the things around you that you think you should be doing, or all the things around you that other people are telling you to do, or trying to impress people. We get caught up in stuff like that, and it's just not a good place to be. Being yourself at the soul level is the best that you can be, is the best thing that you can do, right? So we just need to remember that. We just need to remember that. Don't be trapped by all that glitters, right? Your new life is there. Divine timing, spring equinox, it will come. Wizard of awareness, right? Be aware of your inner self as well as your outer self. Okay. Now, these cards came out face down. And it's making sort of a pattern. Okay, so usually these are a little bit less prominent. Six of Swords. What is she doing? She's rowing across, trying to have a new life and dragging all her baggage with her. If you've watched me before, you know this card, right? Sixes are harmony, which you cannot have when you're dragging all this darkness and all this baggage with you. You need to go towards the light and only take what is for your highest good, right? Don't be taking the shoulds, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Don't take those with you, right? We don't need that. Four of Cups. Are you missing the offer? Are you missing the opportunity because you're too attracted to the all that glitters? Because you're thinking about, I should do it this way. I could do it that way. Well, if I had have done it this way, then this would have happened. Are you missing the opportunity, the offer? Thank you, Spirit. And then the Tower. Big change in belief systems, just a big change overall. Something that happens that breaks down an old belief system, and this is how you have a new life. It cannot happen without the breaking down of the old, right? And the bringing in of the new with the spring equinox. Wow, this is such a powerful message. And then we have the Eight of Cups. This is an emotional walking away, right? This is leaving behind what it is that you don't need. This is leaving that behind and moving on. Moving on with grace, with love, right? An emotional walking away can be emotional walking away of many things. It doesn't have to be a relationship, right? You can emotionally leave things behind that you were attached to that no longer serve you. I don't know. It can be any type of a routine. Something that you've been doing that you feel like you've outgrown, you've grown past. This has happened in my life so many times where I've outgrown book authors, for instance, or things that I watch. I used to watch Esther Hicks all the time, over and over and over till it was ingrained in me or whatever. And then it was Louise Hay. And then it was the Seth material. But we gain knowledge from all of those things, and we don't need to keep doing it over and over and over, right? I've had certain meditations that I did, certain mantras that I said, right? But we can move on to the thing that we are drawn to, that we are comfortable with, right? And then once we find it, we don't need to keep looking around for something. What we need will come to us. Our guides, divine timing, and all of that is in play. That's how our lives unfold. Sometimes we stray off the path because of all that glitters, right? And our guides will bring us back eventually, but it takes time. If we tune in and listen to our gut, then we will know how to get to our world, right? If we tune in and listen, we will know how to get to this pure happiness, this completed cycles, okay? This is to do with cycles, as is the spring equinox card, right? It's all cycles. It's all cycles. As I said, all those teachers that I learned from, I needed them at that time, but I don't still need that. Do I go back and listen now and then? Yeah, of course. I listened to and read a lot of Seth books years ago, and then I went back to it a couple of months ago to refresh it, to bring it back to my into my existence, into my knowing, what have you. But I don't need to be obsessed with it, right? I can just let it in and have it for however long I need it. So this is to do with cycles. So really, we're having a new life constantly throughout our lives, right? Every time we get into a new cycle, it's like a new life. Wow, Spirit, thank you for that. And then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands. This is fire, passion, action, and he is ready to go. This is a masculine energy of fire, passion, and action. And he's ready for the next step. I love that, right? So completion and then moving on. Amazing. Fantastic. And, we just need to be reminded that we have to not be constantly attracted to all that glitters, right? See through the superficial, right? We have to be reminded of that. The new life card, right? New ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air. I just love how that sounds. A breath of fresh air. Spring equinox, we know what that is, right? That's going through the cycles, right? The cycle, for instance, for me right now is I'm still trying to build my business and get up to where I want to be, or, my goal obviously is to leave the traditional workforce and be able to do my energy healings and readings and such, and bring that service to the people while also not having to go to work outside the home. The Wizard of Awareness. I just want to show this card again because it's just so beautiful. See him there? He's contemplating. Look at his staff. It's all lit up, similar to the King of Wands. I'm going to show those together in a minute. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Tune in. Listen in, right? Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. Yeah, right. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. I love that message. I love it. But I also want to show this to you. My guides are never wrong. Spirit is never... Look at this. They're sort of leaning into each other. Isn't that phenomenal? Right? The King of Wands, the Wizard of Awareness, both with their fiery staff, both ready to go, both in contemplation. Spirit couldn't have said it better. I mean, I'm blown away always by the messages that I get. But let's just remember, don't get bogged down in trying to keep everything, right? We have knowledge, we have routines, we have education, we have training, we have certificates, we have all that. We have life experience, right? Relationships that have gone by the wayside because they're no longer. Remember, that's okay. We don't need to take everything with us. We can just put it in a box, in our closet, in our file cabinet, in our wherever, and we can pull it out if we need it again. But we don't need to have this big sack of stuff that we're bringing around everywhere, right? We will get what we need when we need it, and we will use what we need when we need it. And remember not to be running around after all that glitters and miss the real opportunity, the real offer, okay? Be aware, pay attention. Remember that to get to this world, we have to go through tower moments of change, right? Sometimes we have to walk away from emotional things, or the walking away is emotional. We would never complete the cycle if we didn't do that. We would never complete the cycle. We would stay in a constant ring, a constant circle of the same things over and over and over if we didn't go through cycles of change and rebirth, right? Of that spring equinox, of that new life, right? Of that awareness. We would not ever get to completion of any cycle if we got bogged down in a rut. Oh my goodness, Spirit, thank you so much for this message. I had no idea that this was going to be the message. And that's what I love about what I do, right? When I tune in and listen to what they give me, and my ego gets out of the way, and I get out of the way, and I trust, that's when the magic happens for me. And hopefully for you watching. Please don't forget to give the video a like, a thumbs up, a share. Comment if you'd like to. I love to hear comments. I do answer. I acknowledge every comment. I answer when appropriate. But I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. Does this get to you? Do you sometimes get stuck in routines that no longer serve you? Is it hard to break out of that and get into a new routine? Is it hard sometimes to know which routine to have? Which crystals do I use? Do I use crystal gritting? Do I sage my house every day? Do I use Palo Santo? Do I use sage? Do I use candles? Do I use all the choices that we have that we can get bogged down in? Does that happen for you? Yeah. I'm very interested. If you don't want to comment, just drop me an emoji and I'll know that the reading was affected you or resonated. If it doesn't resonate, hopefully by now you're not here. I mean, hopefully nobody's here at the end with listening to a message that doesn't resonate with them. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it for that one. One of my favorite cards came out. If you've watched me before, you know that gentleness card. Okay, Metamorphosis. How appropriate, Spirit. Thank you so much. Trust the process and be patient. Oh, Lord. Remember we started this with me saying how impatient I am right now? Where it's a human thing, right? Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Change is beautiful. It sure is. Gentleness. This is my St. Francis of Assisi card. This is what this card reminds me of. This reminds me of my grandmother, as you know if you've watched me before. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. Love. We always need to be coming from a place of love. And those of you who watch me know that. I mean, I say that repeatedly. Right? Okay, let me just see if there's anything else. Okay, Starry Beginnings. Oh, for some reason I have a pain in my side. Could have pulled a muscle or something. I don't know. Alrighty. So this week on Thursday, I'm going to a group thing. I've never gone to it before, but in Buxton, Maine, there is a gal. Her business is called Pathway of Joy. She has, once a month, she has a healing share where practitioners can go and do, Reiki and healing on one another. And once a month, she has a healing circle where you all get together in a circle. I've never gone before, but I've always wanted to. I finally went ahead and signed up. So this Thursday, I'm going to one, and then October 4th, I think, is the next one. And they're only $10 each. I love it. So it's like from 6 to 8 p.m. Every other Thursday. So, but I don't think she does it in the winter. I'm pretty sure December, January, and February, I think maybe are the months that she doesn't do it, which obviously in Maine, travel can be iffy. So she doesn't want people paying probably and then having to refund them because of the weather. Anyway, so I'm kind of excited. I'll report back and let you know how it goes. Yeah, it's going to be another 80-degree day here in Maine. Oh, Lord. That was good in July, but, well, actually, I like it when it's under 80 degrees myself. If I had a pool, I probably wouldn't care, because I'd come home every day and get in it. Then I'd never get any readings done, right? I'm still offering my one-to-one readings over Zoom, 60 minutes, $33. Please email me. Okay, see that? Oh, it's 3 cards. Well, that's fine. That is fine. Obviously, they wanted me to take those. Oh, my goodness. I must have pulled a muscle somehow. Maybe I slept wrong. All right, let's see. This is 27, which is a 9, accomplishment. Be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals and make them a reality. Well, yeah, that's kind of the Wizard of Awareness and the King of Wands were looking like action-oriented. Put action to your goals. Yes, I am putting action towards my goals. And I guess the key to that and what they're giving me is, while you're putting action to your goals, don't get impatient, because timing is everything. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Then we have a 37, which is a 10. Feel and release. Release all you've accumulated on this journey. Oh my gosh. This is similar to this 6 of Swords, but we don't want to release all. I mean, this card has always been a conundrum to me. Release all you've accumulated on this journey. What do they mean? You know what? There is a book that goes with this. I don't know if I've ever looked this up, but I'm really feeling drawn. Okay, let me tell you what the 3rd card is first. Be, feel, and receive abundance. All that you desire is achievable. Thank you. This is a 40, which is a 4, stability or stagnation. I want to look up this feel and release card. I don't remember if I have looked this up before. The time is now to feel and release. Feel and release. Feel and release. All that you have accumulated on this journey so far. To start anew, a fresh path, it is best when the past is left to free the way forward. None of what has happened has been wrong, not for you, mistakes or failure in any way. Okay, wait a minute. None of what has happened has been wrong, not for you, mistaken, or failure in any way. I don't know. That's weird. You are always on your path, and the path is not a straight line. It twists and curves, rises and falls. How else would you get to see such beautiful and varied landscapes and experiences? The truth is always love. Love is all there is. When we remember that at our core, we know we feel our way forward. When we remember that to our core, we know we feel our way forward. Life is simpler, gentler, and more peaceful when we allow Spirit, through the love for all, to guide us. Whoops, I had that crooked, sorry. Okay. So I think what they're trying to say is, don't hold on to all that we've felt as we're feeling our way forward, right? Your heart is expanding as you evolve and rise up to new levels. Let the tears flow to heal the feelings of loss. To move forward, you must release and let go. Feel and breathe, then let go. Watch all of the feelings of loss float away on a gentle tide to be renewed, embraced by love. Love is and always is yours. Okay, so yeah, I guess we don't want to, it was similar to what we were talking about in the beginning, not hanging on to a lot of things that we don't need, right? So we can feel feelings and release it and let it go and trust, right, that what is coming in is what is supposed to come in. That's what I'm feeling. That's what they're giving me, right? If we have grief or loss, we need to feel it, let the feelings in, but then we need to let it go. Did that job not work out? Did I get laid off? Did my relationship not go as planned? Did I have an argument with a friend? Did I, all of those types of things? Feel it and release it. Don't hang on to it because it pulls your vibration down. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody. So it looks like new life cycles happen all the time. It doesn't literally mean you throw everything out and start anew. It means that we have cycles, cycles, cycles of learning, of being, of doing, right? We're always in constant new life, metamorphosis, and change and rebirth. Constant, constant, constant. Remember, love is the key, all right? Strength is gentle. We have to go through cycles to get to the next one, right? To complete something. Well, I hope this has helped. I truly, truly do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, think about it. If you like this reading, then you may like other readings, and I have playlists in every category pretty much. So take a look. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.